Live from the KHOU 11 studios and streaming on KHOU 11 Plus, your news starts now. Wildfire. This is near the Montgomery County line. Air 11 over that blaze right now. Good afternoon. I'm Sherman Chow. The fire broke out yesterday afternoon and is now just 20% contained. According to the Montgomery County Office of Emergency Management, some 900 homes have been ordered to evacuate. We want to give you a good look at a map so you can get a better idea of just where the flames are. This is the Pauline Road fire. It is northeast of Conroe. We'll get you a closer look at those evacuation areas in just a moment. But right now, we want to get to our breaking team coverage. We have crews in the area talking to officials, getting the latest updates. Cheetah Craft and the rest of our weather team also tracking these fast-moving winds driving the fire. Let's start though with our Ugochi Iloka. She is in Montgomery County where a disaster declaration has just been issued. Ugochi, how many agencies are working together on this?
Hey, Sherman, right now the Montgomery County Emergency Management Director tells us over 50 law enforcement agencies are really doing their part to get a handle on this wildfire. Right behind me, actually, you can see some of the agency trucks right over there, the unit trucks. They are working to help coordinate their plan of attack for today. If you take a look, this is video of where more than 2,000 acres have been burning since this morning. The Montgomery County judge says today gusty winds are pushing the fire southeast towards Peach Creek. They have about 20% of the wildfire contained. Over 120 firefighters are working to strike the fire at the source and protect homes. So far, no buildings have been damaged and no one has been killed, which the county judge credits the good collaboration of agencies for.
I have to tell you, our emergency management, our law enforcement, Forest Service, they jumped on this so quick, it's unbelievable. And I've got to give so much credit to he's also my chief of staff, but he's also the director of Homeland Security and Emergency Management under me. I have to tell you, they are constantly planning for these kinds of scenarios. We don't want somebody to say, this caught us off guard. That's not in our DNA. So we're always practicing, and I got to tell you, we are ready to move. You know, we've had so many natural disasters. We've learned over the last few years that we've got to be able to move quickly, do it right now, and that's how you save people, lives, and infrastructure.
Yeah, that's right. And we're expecting another update from officials here this afternoon, so we'll be watching that very closely. But as far as how long it'll take to really get this wildfire under control, we're told by the emergency management director here in Montgomery County it could be 3 more days. So it could be less, could be more, but that's the estimate. 3 days they're hoping is how long it'll take to finally have it 100% contained. Reporting live in Montgomery County, Ugochi Iloka, KHOU 11 News.
All right, always hoping for less time. Thank you, Ugochi. As you mentioned, more than 120 firefighters out there, and now you're looking at some new images. They show Montgomery County Judge Mark KHOU speaking to crews on the front lines this morning. Jason Miles joining us now live from San Jacinto County. And Jason, you've been speaking with firefighters, part of a statewide task force fighting all of this. What do they have to tell you, Jason? Obviously, we're having some trouble with Jason Miles' microphone. We'll work on that. But meanwhile, we want to tell you that Cleveland ISD today has announced it will be closed because of the fire. On Facebook, the district wrote that high winds are causing major safety concerns. Classes have been canceled out of an abundance of caution. And you continue to look at Jason's live camera there and images from San Jacinto where he has been working. That statewide task force busy. They've got lots of firefighters working that area, and the dry brush, the high winds continue to be a big issue. Now, as we mentioned, Cleveland ISD closing down today because of the fire. You're looking at its post from Facebook talking about the high winds and major safety issues. So the classes canceled out of, quote, an abundance of caution. District is monitoring the situation and plans to provide an update shortly on what they will do tomorrow and the next week. Take a look at your screen now. These are the mandatory evacuation areas happening in Montgomery County. They include Holstein Drive, Boers Run, and Grant Lake Circle. As for the evacuations in San Jacinto County, some of those include Pauline Road, Kirby Road, and Big Buck Road. You can read more about all of this at KHOU.com. Also of important information, shelters open right now. If you or someone you know need a place to go in the Cleveland area, you can head to the Calvary Baptist Church. In Splendora, the East Montgomery County Community Center is available, and in Cold Spring, the San Jacinto County shelter is open there. And there are also places for livestock. Katy Creek Cowboy Church is accepting displaced livestock. Overflow livestock will be sent to the Bull Salas Park Arena there. So for people and for animals, there are some options. The wind, fueling, and elevated fire risk. It is why our weather team has issued a weather impact alert for today. Cheetah Craft joining us now, tracking those fire conditions. So how worrisome are the winds here, Cheetah?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You know, it's breezy to gusty at times, but it's the low relative humidity. It's both of those combined that's leading to this high fire danger. It really started yesterday. I mean, these winds have been in place through the past weekend, but that low relative humidity started yesterday behind our cold front. And so again, both of these are working together to increase the fire danger throughout the day. Sustained winds right now, north to south, around 15 to even upwards of about 20 miles per hour there in Galveston. So gusts today around 20 to 25, not out of the question, maybe even a 30 mile per hour gust. Again, not out of the question. Red flag warning issued by the National Weather Service in effect from 1 o'clock this afternoon through 7 o'clock this evening. So this is saying heads up, high fire danger. That means if anything would spark, it's going to be easy to burn, and that's going to be easy to spread as well. So notice this is the location of the wildfire. It's in San Jacinto County, but that's just north of Montgomery. Because we have a north to south wind, any smoke from the fire is also going to be moving southward. Remember, that direction of the wind is north to south. So some of the smoke could start to impact areas in, let's say, north to central Montgomery County. Here's Willis, Conroe, even into Spring. And this is just kind of the forecast for that throughout the day with the north to south wind. Overall, though, I've been tracking and monitoring our air quality. Our current air quality right now is really good. I like to see that. You know, I was hoping that it would stay that way through Montgomery and San Jacinto County, and so far so good. So if anything changes, of course, we will let you know right here. Okay, future wind gusts. A lot of you have been asking, when will the winds die down this evening? I think tonight. So even this afternoon, 2:30, winds are still gusting around 20, 25 miles per hour. We'll put it into future motion about 5 o'clock. This is when we start to see the winds weaken just a little bit. That's good news. When those winds can calm down, it's easier to get containment on any fire, but especially the wildfire right now. It's also sometimes within fires, they can create their own wind. So fighting it from above can also work as well. Now, our latest drought monitor was released about 10:30 this morning. Notice how some of our western counties are now starting to expand with the dry conditions. Our extreme western counties, so even from portions of Matagorda County, Wharton County, even through Columbus, that's at moderate drought conditions. That's worse than a week ago. So the latest drought monitor, this did expand and it did worsen. Now, if I step off screen, notice into San Antonio, that's where they're dealing with the exceptional drought conditions. Same for West Texas as well. So pretty much all of Texas needs a little rain. We were sitting really nice for a while. That's because of a lot of the rain from late 2024 into early 2025. But now we're saying, hey, it's time to get back on track. Humidity during the afternoon could be less than 20%, even down to 15. But once we get into the evening hours, as temperatures cool, relative humidity will start to increase. And even starting tomorrow, we do get a directional change with our winds. Instead of a dry wind out of the north, tomorrow afternoon we'll start to welcome more of a southeasterly breeze. Today, the fire danger is at a moderate level. You can see that in blue. Yesterday, the risk was a little bit higher. Back to the relative humidity. Still dry today, still dry tomorrow, but it's by Friday evening into Saturday. So we start to get this southeasterly flow again. Whenever we have southerly winds, that spreads additional moisture across the area. That'll be good news when talking about fire. So it takes out that Gulf moisture, helps to increase it. You'll notice it in the form of cloud cover first on Saturday. Then Sunday, we have an approaching cold front, and the clouds are going to lead to the chance for a few showers to an isolated thunderstorm. At this point, though, it actually does look like late Saturday evening. Otherwise, today and tomorrow, you would say normally just beautiful days, low relative humidity with temperatures in the 70s. Overnight lows yet again tomorrow morning will be in the 40s. It's going to be another cool to chilly start to the day. But today we're under that red flag warning issued by the National Weather Service because of this high fire danger. Really low relative humidity and some strong north winds. So keep in mind, even though it's beautiful outside, just be very mindful if anything were to spark, of course that fire could carry. Sherman, I'll send it back to you for now.
All right, Cheetah, thank you. We will continue with this breaking coverage both on KHOU 11 and here on KHOU 11 Plus. And you can always get the latest updates right on your phone. Just download the KHOU 11 app. All right, now to our other big story of the day. The UH men's basketball team, a #1 seed, gearing up for their first game of the NCAA tournament. Right now, the team is in Wichita, Kansas, getting ready to take on 16 seed SIU Edwardsville. Tip-off in less than an hour. We've got team coverage just outside our Avenida studios here, where we're hosting a watch party for the game. And March Madness once again renewing calls to legalize sports betting in Texas. But first, Sports Director Jason Bristol is in Wichita, joining us now live with a little preview. Jason.
Well, it has warmed up considerably here in Wichita, which is a good thing, but in about an hour it expects to be red hot inside this building, Houston Cougar red. Where we're standing outside the arena, very popular spot for photographs, as you can see. Now, about an hour ago, we were there as the Cougs got their traditional, customary send-off from the Ambassador Hotel, where the team is staying. Juwan Roberts, LJ Cryer, among those, leaving the hotel first and getting on that bus. We also saw the Sampson family. About 200 fans were there, students, fans, all bleeding Cougar red. And I asked some of them, are they worried about facing this number 16 seed?
We're here just supporting our team. They need it. I know that as long as we're here, they're going to go even farther. They're already awesome. They don't even need our support.
All right.
You worried about SIUE?
Nah, easy game. She'll be up.
Chill deal. Now, some of those students may look familiar to you, as that was the group that was on a bus that we were there for their send-off when they left Houston to arrive here in Wichita. One thing that's nice about this site here in Wichita, it's very walkable. You can basically get to and from your hotel within a couple of blocks, so that is nice. Right now, fans are entering Intrust Bank Arena as Houston gets ready to face SIUE at 1 o'clock. The Cougars, well, they were providing these buttons, beat everyone. But first, you have to start with your first game, SIUE. Of course, the Cougs are favored by roughly 30 points. So that's the story here from Wichita. Now let's see what's happening back in Houston with Anieli Ruiz. Anieli?
Hey Jason, we are so excited. The party is about to start. As you can see, people are starting to trickle in. We have the big screen TV. We also have a DJ out here. And of course, some of the best fans here. Are you excited about the game?
I'm excited. Go Cougs!
How do you think we're gonna do?
We will do the best and we will win. W-I-N, Cougar win. Yeah!
There you go. And you said you've been a fan for how long?
Oh my gosh, I finished in 1972 from University of Houston, and I've been a fan ever since before then, before I graduated.
She's been a bleeding red.
Yes, that's my favorite color.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Miss Janet. Let me show you guys a little bit about what else is out here. They have some cool things, so you still have time to come out here. Everything starts at 1 o'clock. Remember, everything is free. Now they have some basketball hoops here that you can come and shoot. I'm not the best, but okay, you see, I'm not the best, but definitely fun for the kids and stuff like that. They also have a lot of free stuff. Woo! Some pom-poms out here, some buttons, and you can't forget, of course, the poster, the big poster that we won. We're the conference champions. And then look at these photo ops, guys. Look at these ladies having such a good time out here. They have a big KHOU couch over here. They also have a lot of merch that you can buy. So if you're sneaking out of work from downtown, don't worry. You can come out here. You can get you some cool merch. They got a lot of shirts and do you guys have hats as well? They have hats and glasses and everything. So maybe I'll have to buy myself a little hat. And if you're cold, don't worry. They got a jacket as well. So a lot of cool stuff. Come on out here. You still have plenty of time to make it. And of course, we're hoping to catch the Cougs win today. Sherman, we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thanks, Aniele. You could just buy yourself a whole new wardrobe out there, all Cougar. Thanks.
I know.
As Aniele says, yep. There is plenty of time to head out to watch the game at our KHOU 11 watch party. In a few minutes, I'm going to step right outside of our Avenida studios, join our hometown comedian Chinadu and me as we host that watch party. Aniele will be there. We'll cheer on the Cougs all next door in front of the GRB in downtown H-Town. Doors open right now. Tip-off is at 1. Okay. Now, I hope you have your bracket all filled out. For many fans, they have got money riding on a perfect bracket. That is really hard. Longhorn fans already had their bracket busted. Jalissa Garza joining us now from the newsroom. So all this March Madness sparking some new conversations about legalizing sports gambling in Texas. Jalissa?
Well, we know some Texas leaders have been pushing for casinos and sports betting to become legal here, like State Senator Carol Alvarado. This legislative session, she filed a Senate joint resolution that would allow Texans to vote on gambling. I reached out to her this morning, and she says she doesn't think March Madness will do much to change lawmakers' minds, but believes it will garner more public support and improve the odds of legalization in future sessions. Now, according to a University of Houston survey, there is a lot of bipartisan support around this. Let's take a look at the numbers. You may recall I showed you these around the Super Bowl time. So 72% of Republicans support casino gambling, 74% of Democrats favor casino gambling, 59% of Republicans back online sports betting, and 65% of Democrats support online sports betting. Now, one sports analyst who has helped lobby in other states to legalize sports betting says a big argument against the legalization of sports betting is that it could lead to an increase in game fixing, but he says it does the opposite.
It actually works against game fixing. When you have legalized and legislated and regulated and monitored gaming, this is where they catch the match fixing. This is where they catch these guys that are shaving points.
He believes states where sports betting still isn't legal could feel like they're missing out on a big profit at the end of March Madness. State Senator Alvarado did share a statement this morning with me saying in part, quote, when the Houston Cougars take home our first NCAA championship at the Alamo Dome next month, Texas sports fans won't have the enjoyment of being able to legally bet on their team to win it all. San Antonio will be one of just 4 tournament venues in states without some form of legalized sports betting. As for the resolution filed by Alvarado, it is currently in committee. Its future is still up in the air. In the newsroom, Jalissa Garza, KHOU 11 News.
All right, thanks, Jalissa. $3 billion being bet on all of this March Madness. That's a pretty penny.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot. And finally, we've got a programming note for today and tomorrow. Because of March Madness, KHOU 11 News at noon will be streamed on KHOU 11 Plus both today as it is now and tomorrow. KHOU 11 News at 6 will air at 5:30. KHOU 11 News at 10 will stream on KHOU 11 Plus at 10 p.m. But we will be back with a full newscast on TV after the games end. That should be about 11 o'clock at the earliest. Remember, you can always download KHOU 11 Plus on your TV and watch for free. Thanks for joining us here digitally at noon. We'll be back on TV at 4 o'clock. We will see you then. Go Cougs!